Hello and good morning, everyone. I'm Alok, a high value mentor helping coaches and freelancers to get high value clients, but with a high value system. I'm today here with a special cause. If you're not aware, let me tell you there has been a controversy because of some young guy giving some controversial statement about parents, and it was not a joke. So I wanted to talk here today in this live show. It's not a show actually. I'm just being live and talking to you in terms of understanding the importance of words which you speak, and in a country like India where you have a freedom of speech by the constitution, what is the limit to it and how you should be actually portraying yourself so that you don't get into any trouble. And obviously the message which you're gonna spread is legal, it's inspiring, motivating, rather than just having cheap popularity. So friends, once again, uh, if you are watching me live, you can put your comments, I can share your chats, I can give you right answer, we can have a online discussions as I'm live here. So the point here which I wanted to make is, see, this is an digital world, right? We are into digital worlds, and everything is so fast compared to 20, 25 years back or 50 years back. We have been connected over internet across the globe in fraction of seconds. Correct? That's the strength which we have. But along with the strengths comes our own responsibility, our own moral and ethical values. What's happening here is something is literally very wrong. What is that? People are not understanding that, if you have been put in a place where you have been considered as an influencer. Now, yes, talking about that as well, whom do you consider as an influencer? Let me talk it about what used to happen previously. People used to spend some odd 30, 40, 50 years in a particular profession. They used to reach some heights, they used to achieve something, and then they used to preach, teach people what to do, how to do. There was a different kind of a system. While we are connected over internet, the system has gone entirely different. Right here, influences are being rated as the number of followers, number of subscribers. You know what? This makes this system entirely, I would say, corrupt. The criteria of you choosing an influencer should not be the number of followers or the subscribers, right? See, there could be any person with doing any kinds of nonsense, gather followers, and that is what is happening. You see, people are making reels, nonsense reels, I would say, and getting followers. And that person who has not seen life, who has not achieved anything in their lives, they become influencers because it has been a, a way to do business actually. Right now, other people or other companies are asking them to promote their products to have more sales for that particular segment of that particular product. That is how the segmentation of influencers have been now. So people are becoming influencers just by having number of followers, number of subscribers, in spite of they having achieved something in their own lives and then preaching the entire world. Now anybody can teach anything, that's okay. Even I'm open to learn from a young kid, that's okay. But there has to be a system, there has to be a value system, there has to be a learning, right? You can teach one small topic, that's okay, but you cannot teach life if you have not been through. That is my point of view. You may agree to it, you may not agree to it, that's okay. But what I'm here talking about is you should be understanding what words to use, when to use, and you should not be taking anything for granted. The youngsters who have achieved early success, I really appreciate their efforts, but it should not be cheap, right? You know, social media compared to I would say the print media and the visual media which we always watch, we are highly, the society is highly influenced by the movies, right? You say it or not, you accept it or not, we have a huge impact whatever we see inside the movies. The language, the dressing sense, the approach, the thought process. You see, there are multiple criminal cases which has happened. People are getting inspired right from those movies and they become killers. It's a fact. We should not be ignoring this. Similarly, OTT has now different multiple options to show you multiple other things. Something censored, something uncensored. That's a choice which is there. It's prevailing and we are enjoying it to some extent. Maybe you cannot enjoy everything with your family, with your parents, but still, people are enjoying it. That's the way the society is, I would say, evolving. Whether it is growing or degrowing, I'm not able to comment on this, because at times I feel though morally we are going down and down and down. But commercially, we are maybe growing up and up and up. That's okay. So now you have to choose between the two, whether you are gonna give importance to the moral, ethical values, our human values, our societal values, our parental values, our family values, or you are just focusing on the commercial part of it. You want to become sensation overnight. You want to become influencer overnight. You want to earn lot of money, lots of traction, lots of followers and subscribers overnight. What do you want exactly? And as a viewer, what do we want? Now this case which has been, you might be knowing, there has been a show by Samay Rana. He is a YouTuber, he's an influencer, and he has a show called India Got Latent. Yesterday or day before, there was an event where Ranbir Allahabadia uh, talked something which was highly highly unacceptable to the society, and everybody is criticizing them. Correct? Not only the person but the entire organizations and the people who are involved. Correct? Because in the name of comedy, people are doing all sorts of nonsense. Till what extent should it be uh, acceptable? Right? Yes, that guy is earning money, that's okay. As a viewer, what do you want? You want to be a part of that, or you want to be a part of similar kinds of activities happening on the social media? I don't think so. So the point is, it's your choice. It's always a viewer's choice whom you want to make a hero. Correct? If you want this kind of a people to make hero, let's forget about one mistake. This has been a trend now. If I let me be in the position of a, let's say I'm into my 50s, I see these youngsters of my children's age, my child's age. Correct? I can forgive them. I can forgive them for one mistake, but I cannot forgive them for the attitude which they have developed. By the comedy has is not actually comedy. It has become a way to criticize and uh, what do you say, uh, incorporate vulgar things to make people happy for nothing, just for the sake of cheap popularity of their channels, or for the sake of earning money. So I don't take it that way. But I'm here to tell you that we have been given rights to, speech. Our constitution talks about it, and it's a powerful tool. We should be very careful about what we are talking, what messages we are giving to our fellow people, the youngsters, the people who are elder to us. What is, if now, if people have accepted us as an influencer, now our roles and responsibility becomes double triple, because now we are a public figure. A public figure person should not and cannot talk like this if that person is really worth. Now there are two aspects of a human being. Whatever you show and portray, do you really feel everything which is there inside you? It's the same thing which is being portrayed, or there is just a flash, often uh, created image of your personality which is being shown on the social media? That is very critical. If you are not something which is being shown, ultimately one day or the other the truth will come out. Maybe this could be the case. I appreciate youngsters, as I say, I appreciate youngsters spreading good kind of a knowledge. That's okay, but you have to live with it. You have to imbibe all those things which we talk. You have to, be a role model if you're talking that way. But if you're not talking that way, you are portraying yourself something different on a platform, and you are something different from inside, something somewhere there will be a mismatch. And this mismatch is gonna cause you a lot of things. So this incident, I'm not going to talk about this incident. It has been, I also keep on coming across multiple uh, what do you say, there's comedy shows. And every time I say these are all actually loose talks, you know, actually these are what do you say, cheap statements which people are enjoying. So we are devaluing our own growth, we are devaluing our morality. So the point is, if you want to stay long in this journey, if you want to stay connected, you have to understand what role and responsibility you have. Maybe an influencer, maybe not, that's okay. But if you are sharing any kind of a content on this digital world, social media, internet world, you have to be very particular about talking real things, number one, and spreading good message, right? Because people are there to watch you, listen to you. And if you do this, obviously it is gonna affect a lot of people, the masses, correct? Having a subscriber base of, let's say, 1 million or 1000 doesn't matter, but even if you are putting something wrong in thousands of people, that's not the right way to do it. So again, as I said, I'm not here to preach. This is I was listening in the news, I was reading in the newspaper, and I thought I should be talking about it. Because even I see people, there are two kinds of people, one who are really worth, one who are not worth. Now the social media has made everybody worth. That's nice. That's a digital tool which you should be using. But there is a but which is of a great importance, because if you don't portray what you are, if you're just trying to manipulate things, if you're just trying to earn money because of doing something or the other, it's your choice, but people are not going to accept it. And mind it, there are people who value you just because you are spreading good knowledge. If you are being cheap, obviously people are not going to accept it, correct? And as I said, people should also be aware whom they are going to learn from. Have they been achievers in their own lives? Whom are you learning? Whom are you learning from? You are learning from somebody who is just dancing and singing on the streets, making reels and gaining followers? Are you somebody who wants to learn from people like that? Or you want to learn somebody who has already gained some experience, have achieved something in their lives, rather than just dancing and singing and doing nonsense activities? Choose the right influencer. Choose the right influencer which spreads right knowledge and who imbibes the learnings which they are talking about, right? And this is one thing which is coming to my mind. Long time back when we used to be kids in the early 90s, we used to watch Ramayana, directed by late Ramanand Sagar, and the role of Devi Sita, which was being played by Miss Deepika. She was once found wearing jeans, and people literally did not accept her in that outfit, although there was nothing wrong. But the image of being a goddess, wife of Lord Rama, she was not accepted in a Western costume, as simple as that. So this is how the audience perceive you. The audience perceive you as a guide, as a mentor, as a torch bearer. Now if you talk like this, and if you become cheap just for the sake of easy popularity, it's not going to work. So my request to all of you, whoever is using this digital media, social media platform, internet world, be very cautious about what you are spreading, what messages you are saying, how are you communicating, how are you portraying yourself in real world. There should not be any mismatch in what you are in the real world or what you are in a digital world. That makes you more authentic. If there is a mismatch, people would not accept you. That's the truth. If you understand this fact, you'll be able to understand how things work in this real world. So that's all in this short video. If you have any questions, you can definitely put it in the chat. I can definitely answer you even after this live is gone. But I'm very serious about this topic, and that's why I thought I'll be putting my own views. Choose the right influencer, just wrapping it up. Choose the right influencer, have right kind of parameters for you to select a right influencer, not just by the numbers, followers, and subscribers. Number two, understand and see what they have achieved in their lives, right? There has been a fashion actually, portraying non-achievers being successful has become a trend now. That's okay, anybody can be successful at any point of a time, but there are different ways to portray it. There are different ways to send good messages to it. That's what. And thank you so much, looking forward to your views and comments. I'm already there. I talk about business, and this is not my topic, but still, since I'm on digital world and I do keep watching all those things, I had this thing mind to share, and that's what I talked about it. And I'm open for any kind of a discussion, whether it is business related, coaching related, because I don't want to get into anything which is not of my subject. This is something very important because I too have my family, I too have my parents, I too have my children, my wife. So anything which is hammering on the family values, I'm not gonna accept it, whether it is anybody in this world. So that's my message to the world. And now it's on to you. Thank you so much. Bye bye.